and welcome to Chapter 3, Video 3 in the GCSE Physics series from Physics De-Mystified. In this video we will be looking at how we use resistors to control voltage and introducing the potential divider. We'll also see how diodes can be used to rectify an alternating current. So, what exactly is a potential divider? As we discussed already in an earlier video, we know that resistance is linked to current and potential difference, with the resistance being the potential difference in volts divided by the current in amps. Now vary one and, for a fixed resistance, the other will be affected. Similarly, varying a resistance will affect the current and the voltage. Therefore, resistors can be used in a circuit to control the voltage in a number of ways. Take two resistors labelled R1 and R2 and arrange them in series like this. Now, they can be arranged as a potential divider where the voltage out across the resistor R2 equals the voltage in multiplied by the second resistance divided by the sum of the two resistances R2 and R1 here. Now here's a diagram showing the arrangement. To control the voltage out, we need to select the appropriate resistances for R1 and R2. For example, if the input voltage is 12 volts, R1 equals 4 ohms and R2 equals 2 ohms, then the output voltage would be the 12 volts multiplied by 2 ohms divided by 4 plus 2 ohms, which in total equals 4 volts. That's fine when you want a fixed output, but we can also use a similar setup to obtain a range of voltages. Now we do this by replacing the fixed resistor R1 with a variable resistor, like this. So by varying the resistance in R1, we can adjust the output voltage. And what's more, we can also replace one of the variable resistors with a thermistor, as shown here. Now we have a circuit that varies the voltage according to the temperature. We've built a heat sensing device. Now, used to control a heater or cooler, we've made a thermostat. Now, the resistance of a thermistor is high when it is cold, and so the voltage across the thermistor is high. In the following circuit, the voltage across R2 is low when cold. Now, when hot, the thermistor's resistance decreases, producing a higher output voltage. If R2 is replaced by a thermistor instead of R1, then of course the output is going to be reversed. If one of the resistors is replaced with an LDR, then the output signal can be used as a sensor of light. In this circuit, R2 has been replaced with an LDR. When it is dark, the LDR has a high resistance, and when light, it has a low resistance. The output voltage is high when it's dark and low when it's light. But what about rectification? Well, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we can also use a diode to control voltage. Now, you will recall that a diode only allows electricity to pass in it through one direction. If an alternating current AC passes through a diode, it becomes a direct current, although it is not smooth like the direct current from a cell or battery. This is called half-wave rectification. Now, a bridge circuit with 4 diodes, as shown, produces an AC trace, just like the one here. It's called full-wave rectification. Now finally, let us have a brief look at capacitors. And if you go on to do A-level physics, you're going to find out a lot more about capacitors, including doing a really interesting practical, charging and discharging them. Now many devices need a more constant voltage supply, and a capacitor can be used to smooth out current that has been rectified, like one that's been rectified by a bridge circuit, for example. Now the symbol for a capacitor is this. Now be careful not to confuse it with that of a cell. It's very similar. A capacitor is a device that stores charge. When a current flows in it, in a circuit containing an uncharged capacitor, the charge is stored and the potential difference across the capacitor increases. If a conductor is connected across a charged capacitor, well, the current flows As a capacitor discharges, the potential difference across it and the current flowing decreases. So, what are your takeaways from this session? Well, there are 4 things to remember. Number 1, 2 resistors in series can be arranged as a potential divider. Number 2, if an alternating current passes through a diode, it undergoes half-wave rectification. Number 3, a bridge circuit with 4 diodes can cause full-wave rectification. And number 4, a capacitor is used to smooth out a current that has been rectified in a bridge circuit. Well, that concludes this section on controlling voltage, and I hope you found it useful. Now, next time we will be exploring the world of electronic applications, finding out all about logic gates. Meanwhile, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive updates. That means when new content is uploaded, you're never going to miss a thing. So, until next week, thank you for watching, and remember, keep wondering about the universe.